Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Scott Hoffman, running for General President of Boston Metro Area Local. I'm here with Area Vice President Ray Bell, and I wanted to talk to you about seniority.
Scott, you mentioned in your announcement that this president violated the principles of seniority. How so?
He manipulated the bidding process. Denied employees the ability to bid, engaged in proper in-sections, and basically colluded with management to violate the contract.
Okay, can you describe for the members what is an in-section?
An in-section is when jobs or bids are made available only to people in a specified location. In other words, the bid doesn't go up installation-wide to be competed on with your seniority.
When is an in-section proper?
An in-section is only proper if someone has outstanding retreat rights, meaning they were already accessed, or there's a current staffing package that is going to create an accessing, meaning there's a job loss and people are going to be shipped out.
When is it not proper?
Every other scenario. In any other circumstance, the bid needs to go on an installation-wide monthly bid to be given to the senior bidder.
Okay. In your general announcement, you made a comment that you back up what you say, what you mean what you say. Can you give some specifics of this seniority being violated?
Well, Stoneham was one. Stoneham is one of the most coveted locations in the local. In this case, an in-section was completely unwarranted. There was more jobs than people. There was no accessing. There was no outstanding retreat rights. Therefore, the bid should have gone up for bid on the bid posting. When we found out that management was engaging in the in-section process, I instructed you to file a grievance and look into it. When you looked into it, you found that, in fact, it was improper, and you filed a grievance.
Okay. And as a result of that grievance, what did happen and what could have happened?
Well, without the grievance, and if we did the improper in-sectioning went through, it would have resulted in a 12-year employee with a non-traditional 30-hour job would have been able to grab a 40-hour weekends off position in Stoneham, which I said is very coveted. As a result of the grievance, a 30-some-odd-year employee who had been dying to get to Stoneham bid in, exercised their seniority, got the bid, weekends off, and the contract was followed. The most disturbing thing about the grievance is, we found that there was meetings, agreements made between our own union, President Kilduff, to allow them to do the improper in-sectioning.
Okay. Are there any other examples that you can cite where seniority was violated?
Yes. On Tour 2 in the GMF, unassigned employees were allowed to participate in a round robin. They shouldn't have been. And as a result of that, bids were not offered out to the installation for well over a year because people who were essentially allowed inside the fence were being offered jobs in violation of seniority, as opposed to those jobs being up for bid.
So that would be an improper in-section.
That was an improper in-section, period.
Not bid holders being allowed to have a choice of bids.
That's right.
Okay. Any other examples that you recall?
I also saw some manipulation on Tour 3. There was a round robin. Jobs were assigned. Employees were placed in it. I got a call from one of the employees who was placed in a job. As a result, he had asked me if it would be okay if he now selected another job. I told him, unfortunately, clerks don't get to test drive jobs and then pick another one. So I told him that it wasn't contractually sound and I couldn't do it. I found out months later, after I received calls, that President Kilduff had allowed this employee, unknown to me, to select the other job. And this had a negative effect on the retreat right offerings because the senior employee being offered retreat rights now no longer was able to select the Saturday Sunday job, and got stuck with an inferior job.
I believe you made another assertion that the whole bid process was bypassed and somebody was handed a job.
Yes, in Woburn, an employee was going to be placed in a residual position. The bottom line is, you have to bid jobs. You can't just be placed in them. Again, President Kilduff made a side deal with Denise Murch of Management and Complement Control. They were going to call this a transfer. There's no such thing as a transfer in an installation. They're bids. So they basically violating everybody's rights by giving a job to someone without the bidding processing occurring. We found out about it in the 11th hour, and we put an end to it.
Okay. You've come up with 4 examples here of seniority being violated and manipulated. Some would say that's a large task. Do you have any evidence that this occurred?
We have evidence in that I have copies of the job placements. We have the grievances themselves. We have grievances, job placement letters, and Paul Kilduff's emails that demonstrate his collusion with management. Bottom line is, this is why I'm running. This is your seniority. It's not his seniority. It's not his to give away. That's why I want your vote, so that I can protect your seniority, uphold the contract like the general president is supposed to do. I ask you for your vote. Thank you.